Sagittarius, well, welcome. I want to say that I apologize. You know, I won't, really briefly, I won't do readings when I'm tired. I won't do readings when when I don't see the message clearly. There have been many times I've erased readings and stopped because you know, if there's too much, things have to be crystal clear for me, to my liking, and I don't like doing them when I'm tired or distracted and going through my own stuff in life. So sometimes that's why there's pauses. Also, you know, we are in a spiritual world, having a spiritual experience, so sometimes there's spiritual stuff going on that I have to deal with as well. You know, many missions here, many missions and dealings beyond just flipping cards, right? So that being said, let's get back to you, Sagittarius, because this is about you. I wanted to say that though. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time and attention. Gratitude, much appreciated. So we have the Feather Heart deck, the Amenti Oracle deck, Living with a Feather Heart, based off the 42 ideals of peace. Excuse me. Of Ma'at. So let's find out where you're at in these 42 principles of peace, so we can lighten our hearts. All right, angels, ancestors, divine guides, spirit, the great power that holds up and creates worlds, the first source and center, the Akashic records in the great halls of wisdom. What message do you have for the collective of Sagittarius? Well, Sagittarius, you got two cards. I achieve with integrity. I love that there's fire energy, sun energy in this card, as we're going into Leo, as we're in Leo season, going into August. Timeless message though, for whoever needs to hear it. I am accepting. I am accepting, and I achieve with integrity. Very interesting. All right, now we'll use the one of my favorites, Keeper of the Light. Interesting. Came out for Aquarius. Wanted to be seen. Right on. The Native Heart Healing Oracle. Actually, let's just put these up here. Self-focus came out, and this is a card that says yes. Yes, yes, yes. If there's a question you have, yes. This is a card of focusing on yourself, accepting and allowing yourself to be loved, respected in a relationship. We'll get into that. We're going to get into that card. Bottom of the deck, we have the Soul Star Chakra. Interesting. Because this is self-focus. I wonder if this has something to do with your higher self. Sending you messages through the Soul Star Chakra. Synchronicities, deja vus. Something might be trying to help you get on track, move ahead. Your higher self, your ancestors. Listening to that knowledge and wisdom. I achieve with integrity, and I am accepting. Interesting. Alright, now we have Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. We have interesting resistance. Interesting, because this is a card of knowing why you resist something. Sometimes we resist doing things because we don't really want something, and sometimes we resist things because we do want something. And we're afraid of not getting it. But we're going to get into that a little more. And surrender. Resistance and surrender. Wow. 25 and 26, no less. With fear on the bottom. Interesting. I am accepting. And both these cards are very dark energy, dark colors. And maybe accepting your fear. We'll see. But this is the bottom of the deck. This is about not letting your fears control you. Having courage in the face of fears. Understanding that fear blocks flow. It blocks it. You know, maybe that's what this resistance here is here. There's something you're afraid of and you're resisting it. And Spirit is telling you to surrender that fear. Whoa. So let's real fast. Let me make sure these are okay. For the most part. I thought they were all upside down. It's just all right, before we even get there, I do want to read. Yeah, I really think there's something you're resisting, that you're afraid of, and you're being asked to surrender your fear. This card is also a card of you know, sharpen your shields and your swords and go out. Time to cut out whatever is causing resistance towards you getting you what you want. It's time for you to go after what you want. Let's find out what you're excited. I achieve with integrity. Let's see. Oh, did I take? Why did I do that? Silly girl. Silly girl. Oh, that's what that was. Sorry, over here talking to myself. Alright, I am accepting. Where are you? '31. Number 31. Here, let me just... In all of life's uncertainties, one absolute certainty remains, although we live, we shall also die. As we wake, so we shall dream. The only permanence is impermanence, and by accepting this noble truth, we can find the splendor in being. Ancient Egyptian mystery schools, commissions? I mean, I know it was Kemet. Commissions in particular emphasize this ideal in many of their teachings. Finding reverence in the star Sirius as the beacon of light to remind us of accepting the cosmic choreography of flux. Okay, so that being said, August 8th, this message is timeless, but August 8th is the Lionsgate portal. And right now, we're already in the Lionsgate energy, the end of July, beginning of August. The star Sirius is a sun that, from what I've understood and read, I'm not an expert, but from my little Google dig, I discovered that the star Sirius is 26 times larger than our sun, but it's super far away. And it starts rising and like coming into alignment with our sun And Sirius is called the dog star, which is where we get the dog days of summer, which is why it gets so hot. You notice like the cloud formations, you start getting those clouds with the magnetic lightning storms inside of them. And I think on August 8th, you can see, it might be before that, but I'm not sure if it's just on the 8th or it's aligned on the 8th. But basically, you can see the red dot, the star Sirius, rising in the morning with our sun on August 8th. And so that's why it gets so intense. It gets so hot. We've had a whole lot of geomagnetic storms. There's apps out there that'll tell you when these storms are happening, and they're happening now. So there's a lot of light energy coming in, and it's just interesting and synchronistic that they mention this, Sagittarius, and then you have this sun energy in this picture here. My pointer in the picture. So that was a birthday present from my dad, so I'd be showing it off. Okay, so interesting, finding reverence in the stars, Sirius as the beacon of light to remind us of accepting the cosmic choreography of flux. The Egyptians observed how this star would sink into the west and disappear from the evening sky, hidden from sight for 70 days before emerging in the east in the morning, rising to shine yet again. Death was referred to as a westing and seen as a doorway to another possibility, a portal of potentiation. The popular yet also ancient Lord's Prayer is practiced as a Christian form of communion with the divine, but in its native tongue of Aramaic, an alchemical meaning can be found, especially in relationship to I am accepting. So I don't know if that's a constellation in the back. I think it is. So this Lionsgate, this season, this time, maybe it seems like it's going to be very powerful for you. I will also just, if you want to freeze this and look at this later, the Aramaic that they're speaking of, or is it Aramaic or Aramaic? Aramaic. Oh, there's more. Hold on. I ain't done, child. I ain't done. Okay, in the modern world, death is something evocative of sadness, grief, and mourning. Our relationship to an end is perhaps so feared because the very nature of current culture is so deeply rooted in attachment. Beyond death in the physical sense, even the notion of ego death or letting go of the fears. Oh, snap, we've stumbled across something. Letting go of the fears that cripple and bind us to lower worlds. Perpetuates nebulous thinking patterns, leaving us paralyzed from becoming the cosmic expression of light we truly are truly destined to be. Hence that Keeper of the Light card, in passing through and out of life. When the sun sets, let us not mourn its temporary slumber while the moon shines in its place. The sun shall rise again when the morning comes. Ebb and flow are the nature of the universe. The cosmic tides of life force washing away the metaphorical sandcastles we build with the attention and action we put into the architecture of our lifetime. Oh, wow, that was deep. I'm going to read that again. Ebb and flow are the nature of the universe. The cosmic tides of life force washing away the metaphorical sandcastles we build with the attention and action we put into the architecture of our lifetime. Our memories are a mandala, and although they may eventually find their exhalation and expiration in the physical sense, the imprints of beauty placed into our consciousness never go away if we nurture what has passed by honoring the past and allowing it to transform into its greater iteration. Our invisible spirit is an immortal state of constant change, and in honoring the ideal of acceptance, we can let go of expectation as we accept our incandescent nature and honor it by bringing heaven to earth as we journey from earth to heaven, focusing our light and beautifying all. Oh, wow. That's so deep. You're accepting. It's like... And then we have 40 for I achieve with integrity. Oh wow, this is another long one. Oh, well, let's get to it. Let's get that massage. Dun, 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 dun. I achieve with integrity. Initiation into a spiritual practice is when a candidate makes the conscious decision to embark on an evolutionary journey. Make sure that's straight. To new levels of consciousness and higher planes of understanding the reality in which we live and operate. The rite of passage has found its way through the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, the Eleusinians. I feel like it should be Eleusinians, but it's like IANS, ELEU. Okay. Of ancient Greece, Kabbalism, Wiccan practice, and modern orders such as Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star. Mystery schools such as these have often been shrouded in secrecy and bedeviled by notions of conspiracy. However, the secrets kept are neither to hide nor to conspire, but to protect certain wisdom that must be earned through time, effort, and proof of character. If the wisdom were to be freely revealed to the uninitiated, the power in this knowledge could find its way into the wrong hands, hearts, and minds. To the true initiate on the path of studying the mysteries of the universe, wisdom is received through different degrees as the candidate advances past various rituals, tests, and trials which reveal the worth of the individual found in merit. Integrity is an essential part of the character of the ideal initiate into three mysteries, as living in alignment with integrity, as living unified with truth, honesty, and virtue, as a breathing embodiment of the principle of Ma'at, the lightness within the feather on the scale. Pure of heart can understand. I achieve with integrity as when you are living as truth unified, your reality reflects back to you with an integrated honesty. The Order of the Eastern Star applies this concept through rites of passage through the biblical heroines represented within their star. As death and life are eternally bound, interesting. The various processes of life's journey echo lessons, and through metaphor we can relate to each other through study and embodiment. The heroines of each star point are a reflection of the feminine three great lights of Masonry, which are charity, loving kindness, and truth, as a mirror to the masculine three great lights of truth, relief, and brotherly love. Okay, so we have Ada, represent the ideal daughter, the season of youth and springtime in the virtues of fidelity, loyalty, and intelligence. Martha embodies the ideal sister, the winter season, and faith, trust, fortitude, and the endlessness of life eternal. Esther, whose name literally translates to star, represents the ideal wife and the virtues of light, power, strength, and justice. Electa, the ideal mother, embodies the season of autumn and the virtues of hospitality, honor, love, and devotion. And of course, there's Ruth. The widow is the summer season and embodies the true friend who acts in humble service, has unwavering devotion to family, and understands the power of even the smallest act of compassion. Shamanic teachings echo similar sentiments in honoring the four cardinal directions as each student advances through north, east, south, and west. Homages paid to the wisdom within the direction and the lessons revealed through becoming an avatar of each archetype. The medicine wheel of the Lakota tradition honors the north as a representation of the evening, winter, mind, old age, and wisdom. The east represents the morning, spring, spirit, childhood, and generosity. The south represents the afternoon, summer, soul, adolescence, and fortitude. And finally, the west honors evening, autumn, body, adulthood, and bravery. To live fully and wholly in the ideal of integrity is to pause and remember to ask if you are embodying what you articulate, and if what you articulate is in alignment with integrity. Integrity must be fully integrated in order to pass through the gates of higher learning and experience. I achieve with integrity means articulation in word, as well as the intention encoded in the vibration of what you speak into the world. It is embodiment in the strength of your convictions and consciousness, a light shining with the luminescence of a star, the needle point of the compass, aware of truth and direction, the shimmering spirit of each season's reasons for passage, and the awareness of the potency within every great parable's metaphor. Holy cow, Sagittarius, this is deep. I'm glad I'm reading it, because I feel like you're going to decipher this message on your own, because what the heck? I just wanted to take a look. That was really interesting. Some of you you may have lost someone. I feel like some people that someone may have actually lost someone, a loved one who transitioned. Interesting. Tell us about self-focus. Oh, wow. Lots of cards here. But the one that came out is we have Chariot. Whoa. Alright, so this is Cancer energy. Self-focus. Wow. Self-focus with the Chariot card. So the Chariot... you know, Cancers are known when something ain't right, they get the heck out of there. You know, that's one of the, you know, connections between the Chariot. Like, let's blow this pop stand. You know, this ain't working for me anymore. So that's just a slight note. This is a side note. But the Chariot card, man, the Chariot card is like when you've just pulled it together. When you kind of make sense of the darkness and the illumination of life, the duality, the yin and the yang, that balance of life. And, you know, you start using those energies to pull you forward. You start using those energies to traverse through life, you know. And this is a strong person. This is a warrior. This is somebody who controls a chariot. You know, not everybody drives a chariot. You know, this is a card of victory, upward trajectory, moving forward fearlessly. Can even be a card, you know, some of you, if it's about a trip or traveling, then the answer is definitely yes. Going somewhere, you know, because the Chariot is a card, you know, a card of a vehicle. It's a card of movement. It's a card of traveling. So say yes, honor your needs in consensual relationship. Yep. Self-love and self-nourishment. You're being guided to bring your focus to yourself as you are embarking on an incredible adventure where you will encounter new levels of self. Yeah, so you're going on a new adventure. You definitely moving somewhere, Sagittarius. You ready to go. You're being guided to focus on yourself, where you will encounter new. As you do so, it is ever important to gift yourself a daily ritual of self-nourishment and care. Reassess what your soul needs to become the beautiful flower you are. That's interesting, because you got the moonflower. Which is those who shine brightest in the dark. A shining example. Oh, stop it. God, I love my job. You are embarking on another, and it's funny because when I looked at this card, it was just like, when it came out for you, I just got energy going up my legs. It was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like the Chariot is packed, and this character, it looks like a man, but this character is ready to say, hiya, hit those reins and let's go. You are all ready. You are all set. Wow. The answer is yes. Hit it, brother. Hit it, sister. The beautiful flower you are. As you notice old ways of being falling away, take time to discover and nurture new aspects of yourself that are quickly becoming your advanced human form. Love them, embrace them as you would another. Is that why? There's this, you know, this energy, there's talk about death and, you know, renewal, and I achieve within until you are accepting. On another level, this self-focused mandala speaks of consent. Allow yourself to be loved by another. Allow yourself to be seen. Remember, we had the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck earlier. That's a card of being seen, and it's also fire energy. So definitely Allowing yourself to be seen. Allow the unbridled passion within a relationship without the restrictions of times past. And we have the resistance here. What do you want the collective to know about resistance? The collective of Sagittarius, spirit, angels, ancestors, divine guides, for the highest good. Yep, this was just on the bottom of the deck. It just came out again. Resistance. Because, see, yeah, you're resisting some kind of connection. Because you have the soul star, right? This is where your divine messages, synchronicities, serendipities, messages, it comes in through this star chakra. You might want to do a little, maybe, you know, a little YouTube balancing, activating, clearing. But this is the High Priestess, male or female. The High Priestess is about you being in tune, in touch, following your intuition, being, it's like, you know, the High Priestess to me is living that spiritual energy, living that spiritual, connecting with spirit, checking in with, you know, yourself, your higher self, your intuition, knowledge of you know, that realm. But trusting your intuition, trusting spirit. It's like this is and it's funny because what you have surrender, which is, this is about surrendering and trusting the universe, working with the universe, co-creating with the universe, listening for the message, listening to ancestors. Surrender. Sometimes, you know, especially with the fear here, so whatever this fear is, whatever this worry, anxiety, fear is, it's blocking your flow. And you're protected. There's no reason to be protected. Creation is underneath that. Stop. You have what you need to create something new. You are protected. Whatever this fear is, it's causing resistance. So what you do is you surrender it. You use your divine power, knowledge, wisdom, and you surrender it to the universe, and you trust and allow that the universe will have your back, and the divine intelligence, the ancient intelligence, the divine imagination. Just because you can't see, well, how is this going to work out? Well, how is this going to happen? Well, what's the, you know, we get like that, right? But like little old me is questioning the divine. That's not for you to worry about the who, what, when, where, or how. It's for you to surrender and trust and have faith and patience, and you will receive the answer. You will receive the answer. The universe, you know what I mean? The solution. Yep. King of Swords. With surrender. Okay, so we have two major arcana, the Chariot and the High Priestess. Wow. And look at both these cards are about balance, right? And Cancer is a very intuitive sign. We just left Cancer season. Also moon energy. Cancer's moon energy. So I don't know if there's a Cancer in this picture or not. But I feel like there's something that needs to be balanced out. But the King of Swords here with surrender, like the King of Swords is wise. You know, the King of Swords makes good decisions, sees clearly, isn't a highly emotional person, but this is someone who has a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. You know, and this could just mean there's, you know, whatever is on your mind, whatever you're thinking about, male or female, King of Swords, you know, because it did come out upside down. Surrendering to the universe and accepting and waiting, accepting the universe's help. accepting. Yeah, so things will work out for you. You know, I keep looking. There's something I need to see about the accepting card. In all of life's uncertainties, one absolute certainty remains. Although we live, we shall die. As we wake, so we shall dream. It's either someone has passed away and it's time to accept that they're gone and move forward, or it's time to accept that a part of your life is over and it's time to move forward. And you're resisting this urge, even though you feel it. Stop resisting what you're feeling, what you're picking up on. Because whatever is coming up in your intuition, whatever messages that you, Sagittarius, are picking up from Spirit, listen to it. It's trying to guide you to where you want to go. It's trying to guide you to the solution. And I achieve with integrity. I just wanted to just look and glance because I read all that, but initiation into a spiritual practice. When a candidate makes a conscious decision, the yes card, to embark on a journey, an evolutionary journey to new levels of consciousness. Yep. You got new levels. You got the King of Swords here and the High Priestess. New levels of consciousness, new levels of something with Spirit. Living with integrity, achieving with integrity. I feel the King of Swords would be someone with integrity too. What you speak into the world. I achieve with integrity means articulation in a word as well as the intention encoded. And the vibration of what you speak into the world. It is an embodiment in the strength of your convictions and consciousness, a light shining with luminescence, the luminescence of a star. The shimmering point of each person's reasons for passage in the awareness of potency within every great parable's metaphor. Yep, focus on the solution. Wow. Every new level equals a new devil. Focus on the solution. Yep, King of Swords. That's whatever this issue is. First, there's a message of yes, it's time to start this new journey. It's time to embark on something. It's time to go. It's time to move forward fearlessly. It's time to travel. It's time to move. Whatever this Chariot and that self-focus, that yes, honoring yourself, honoring your needs. And it's a ritual, you know, maybe even a ritual of just, you know, a vacation, a road trip, going somewhere, and you know, kind of like a pilgrimage, you know, a Hajj, you know, just to go somewhere and have some kind of, you know, anywho, traveling definitely, but focusing on the solution. Focus on the solution. And it's interesting that we have self-focus and then we have focus on the solution. You know, shields up, message in a song, speak your mind. The keys call you when you need them the most, and ancestor contact. Okay, that's a lot of cards that came out. But I'm just focused on the solution. Focus on the solution and surrender. So when we say surrender to spirit and we're using our faith and our trust and our allowance, it means that every time, I'm not saying that things aren't going to worry you, because there's definitely something on your mind. And this is the king. It's making it hard for you to focus, hard for you to think, make a decision. Because it's interesting, because the resistance card is about sharpening. It describes it in the literature about sharpening your sword and raising your shield and going after and putting up a fight for what you want. And then we get the King of Swords in reverse. So when this energy comes up, this fear energy, just first of all, you are protected. Okay, you are protected. There's a way out. There's a solution. There's a creation to create something new. Creation card, creating something new. You are a mighty creator, creatrix. You can create a whole new situation. You surrender this fear when it starts clouding your mind, when these fears start coming in and they take up your mind. Surrender it. You know what? I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what to do. I have no idea how I'm going to get out of this situation, how I'm going to fix this situation, how I'm going to handle this situation. And that's when you surrender it to spirit. That's when you release it. Where there's something you're resisting doing and it looks like allowing spirit to assist you, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. But you surrender it and you have the patience and the faith and you allow the universe to deliver you. And sometimes it's so funny, the universe delivers you the answer, the solution, and you don't even know it till you really think about it. You're like, oh my God, I got exactly what I asked for. You know, but whatever the universe, so, and then if it comes up again and you're worried and you're anxious, let it go. Surrender it to the universe. Universe, I give this to you. God, I give this to you. You know, spirit, I give this to you. Jesus, I give this to you. Whatever, I give it to you. I surrender. I have no idea how to handle this, and I will patiently, you know, receive a solution and stay positive. And every time it comes up, just that's what you do. You surrender it. It's more like it's like. And then when you're focusing on the solution and not the fear, is so important, because you create what you focus on. What you focus on, you bring more of. So if you focus on the fear, you're going to create more fear, more worry, more anxiety. Worry and fear and all that, it's like chewing gum. It's something to do, but there's no nutritional value. So focus on the solution, surrender, allow the universe to help you. Whatever's on your mind, whatever, you focus on the solution, not the fear. Beautiful. I love your reading. Great job. Sorry it was 38 minutes. I really do try to want them to be less, but like, I don't know. There's a message here. Until I feel like I got it all out, I got to do it. But I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you being here. And I hope that this message was helpful. And we'll see you real soon, Sagittarius. Thank you.